Good evening, Gustavus. I'm Carl Cronin.
And I'm Shelby Wilds.
We know it's been a gusty week at Gustavus, but prepare to hold on to your seats for this episode of GAC TV.
We're going to start off the diving block this week with sports. Congratulations goes to the swim team this week who just won the MIAC championship.
Our news reporter Carolyn Dreyer sits down with swim team members and coach to see how they made a big splash this 2012-2013 season.
Well, there are many sports teams at Gustavus. The women's swimming and dive team won their 4th consecutive MIAC championship this past weekend. I sat down with head coach John Carlson and Alyssa Tinklenberg, MIAC swimmer of the meet, to talk more about their season.
You got to be up for every single one if you're going to come out on top. And the girls rose to the occasion, and we talked about swimming like champions, and they totally did. It was inspiring swim after inspiring swim. So I was very pleased all weekend long.
If someone had a swim they didn't like necessarily and didn't do as well as they wanted to, another teammate kind of picked up the slack for them and moved up spots. So just everything kind of fell into place, and it was a good atmosphere the whole time. Everybody was having fun, which is what we like to do.
Probably one of my favorite things of the weekend was if someone swam well but like maybe lost a place of where they were going in, you know, everybody would say, I got your back, you know, and that was one of my favorite memories of the weekend, was how together they were and how they realized that this was something that they could all do together.
End of the race, I noticed my teammates cheering for me, and I've told them, like, this is so true. The only way I get through some of my races is seeing them cheer for me.
One of our teammates, Grace Gobler, is suffering from an illness right now, and we, as a team, we're looking for ways to support her, and we came up with a bracelet. And on one side here, it says "One Team, One Family," and on the other side, it says "Race for Grace." And it just kind of became something that the entire team adopted. Despite having over 90 people on the team, we're a very, very close team, and she means a lot to us, and we want to show her support in any way we possibly can.
We even interacted with the other teams too, which is great. A lot of people wore the Race for Grace shirts, which was awesome. So that was kind of a way to get the MIAC to kind of bond over the weekend. And then we did the Harlem Shake video, which was obviously fun.
They were looking for things that they could do to help show their support for Grace. And we've had teams that made signs for her and sent her cards and different things. And we just kind of came up with this idea while we were at the conference championship that why don't we get the whole conference to do the Harlem Shake for Grace? And I was nervous to bring it up because I thought everybody would be so into the meet, but actually they were just jacked for it. It was awesome, and everybody got into it. It was better than I thought it was actually going to be. It turned out awesome.
Everybody just like rushed to be at the front and was totally into it and loved it, and I would say that's definitely one thing that I will always remember from that meet. Kind of just have to think of all the struggles she's going through, and what you're going through is nothing even close to that. So I think it definitely brought us together in that, like, thinking of her and thinking of how tired and exhausted she must be. There's no excuse for us to ever complain about how tired we are, and then also just thinking about how badly she wishes she could be in the pool, and remembering that when you are thinking about complaining about anything. I think it just, as unfortunate as it was, it definitely brought us closer as a team and just kind of made everybody work towards one common goal of racing for her.
They'll work as hard as I ask them to. They'll do anything they can. And I have to kind of balance that and say, whoa, no. Relax, you're okay. We need to rest a little bit here. You know, we need to back off. And they're always looking to make sets harder, and how can they train as hard as they possibly can. Thinking about that, that's just crazy. That doesn't happen everywhere and with every team. And so I feel very blessed to coach the team that I do.
While the women's swim and dive team is made up of individuals, they bond together to form a strong community that shows what Gustavus is all about. Reporting for GAC TV, I'm Carolyn Dreyer.
Carl, did you go to the involvement fair this past week?
Of course I did. I was running around like crazy trying to work 6 tables.
Let's recap the involvement fair and see what other over-involved Gusties, just like Carl, are up to.
Numerous organizations packed into the banquet rooms trying to ply Gusties with candy and getting them to sign up for their organization and become even more involved than many of us are. Gusties can sign up to get involved at any time in the year, but these involvement fairs give them the opportunity to see everything Gustavus has to offer all at once. Gusties who are still trying to get involved can search for student orgs on the Gustavus website and try to find from the dozens of student organizations one that suits them.
And remember, Gusties, this next week kicks off the co-presidential elections for Student Senate. There are 3 exciting groups to be watching out for this coming election season.
Here at GAC TV, we'll be providing exclusive coverage and interviews with all 3 pairings, so be sure to watch out for that.
And that's all we have for you tonight, Gustavus. I'm Carl Cronin.
And I'm Shelby Wilds. Keep it classy, Gustavus.
But welcome to GAC TV.
It's like, I don't know what my mouth is.
It's right there, Shelby.
Okay, ready? It's Carl. Okay.
Carl.
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 Smile, Carl.
I'm Carl Cronin. I'm Shelby Wilds.